Greetings, YouTube viewers. I know it's been a while since I've been on here, and I'm back. I had a dream some weeks ago. I was in a building. I was in a restaurant. I started off in a restaurant, an Olive Garden restaurant, and the backup lights were on, but the restaurant was like in a mess. Like um, like people were searching for something, food or anything they could use to take with them, but the restaurant was just in a mess. And Dream Switch, I'm down in the lobby. I don't know what Olive Garden restaurant has, a restaurant on the second floor that you have to take an elevator to get to. But I went outside and I looked to the left. There's a tsunami, and I was like, oh, this explains why the restaurant is the way it is. And but the tsunami looked like it was like moving in slow motion, like it was like taking its time, like it had a mind of its own, which was very interesting. I ran back inside and I ran to the steps and I was looking, through the doors to see if it was. I mean, because it was like probably 5-7 seconds away from coming, hitting the restaurant. But I'm sitting there waiting and waiting. All I see is like a stream, of water in the road. It didn't even come above the curb. So, which was interesting. And then this lady came out of nowhere, with a smile on her face, and she's just like walking, and we're going to the elevator. I'm going back to the restaurant, because I'm like, the tsunami is is about to hit us, and she wasn't worried. She had a big smile on her face, and she was like, oh, yeah, and it's about to come, and it's okay. And then the elevator had stopped, and she was like, "Oh, it's here," and like smile on her face. And then I woke up, and I was like, "Man, that might have had been an angel of the Lord." 1,000 may fall at one side and 10,000 at my right, but no harm shall come to thee. The Lord will protect His children, even in the midst of danger. So I don't know if the Lord was speaking to me to let me know that a disaster comes my way where I'm living, He's going to protect me. And I also pray for others too. And then I had a vision. I was on my knees praying. I was in my house, and you know how like when you have a dream, and it's where you're living, but in your dream it's not exactly your house is like a little different. But in this one, the vision, it was exactly the same way set up. Almost felt real like too. And I'm on my knees. I'm about to pray. Then angelic spirit came into my fan. My fan was floating up in the air, and that's what first caught my attention. And then it switched, and it was right in front of me, and it reached out and touched my hand, and it was a female's voice, and she asked me what my name was, and I looked down, and I mean she was like right in front of my face, and I told her my name, and then she flew up and flew out the window. And I hurried and peeked through the window to see if I could see her. Then I looked at my clock. It was like 11:47, and it was nighttime outside too. And then as soon as I look at my clock, then I seen like a quick uh, like glance. I saw like the light was in the house, but it wasn't my fan. My fan was like floating up over my love seat, and I was standing up looking at it. And then like the light had like disappeared, and then the fan had fell. And then when I woke up, because I fell asleep on my couch, I woke up. I was looking at my fan, and and it was still, sitting in the same spot I had. And I'm like, man, why did this dream felt so real? I mean, this vision felt so real. And I looked at my clock, and it was like 11:37, 11:37 or 11:47. I know the time that was in my vision wasn't the exact same time in real life. It was like a few minutes off, and I want to say that when I woke up, that time was 11:47, and in my dream, the time was either 11:37 or like 11:52 or 53, something like that. And when I got out of that vision, when I woke up, I started thinking of Jacob. Jacob wrestled with the angel of the Lord, and the angel of the Lord said, "Let me go, lest this day break." Jacob said, "No, I will not let thee go until thou bless me." And the angel of the Lord asked Jacob what his name was, and he said, "My name is Jacob." And then the angel of the Lord struck Jacob on the hollow of his thigh, and Jacob asked the angel of the Lord what his name was, and he said, "Wherefore thou ask my name?" And then the angel of the Lord blessed Jacob and changed his name and called him Israel. So that's very interesting. So, you know, I'm still seeking the Lord on that vision, you know, because that's the first thing I thought about. So, you know, that's exciting, you know. He got blessed, and that's the first thing that popped into my mind when I woke up. So I'm just waiting, and being humble and patient for the Lord. And then I had a dream the other night. I was in a compound. There was soldiers around, but they were in tan uniforms with a cap. Might have been Chinese soldiers, and it was like a whole bunch of people. And you know, there was like a soldier up like by the door, you know, guarding it and stuff. And we was, you know, I don't know if we was being held captive or what. Hey, but it was a lot of people in there. I mean, a lot of people. A lot of people was like laying on the ground, sitting on the ground, had sleeping bags, and it was like they separated us into like certain groups. And it was like the max number was like 8 people to a group, and I was in a group with all females. And and he gave me the phone, you know, like if you're a POW or, you know, you're a hostage, you know, and they tell you to say, or, you know, you're being treated okay, you know. So I was on the phone. I was like, yeah, you know, you know, we got picked, you know, to do like Arabian Olympics, and I want to say I said Arabian Olympics or Iranian Olympics. I know I said Olympics in Arabian or Iranian. I know I said something like that, Indian. and and I started crying, and you know, I didn't want the people that was in my group to see me crying, but I know like they could hear me because I was leaving a message for my dad, but my dad, you know, he passed away in 2008, but I was leaving a message for him because I missed him. And I was crying, and there was a pause because I was trying to say I love you, but it was a pause, and I said it while like I was crying, I love you, and I gave the phone back to the soldier, and then I woke up. I don't know what that dream is about. I mean, it might be self-explanatory. Something's going to happen soon where a lot of people is going to be, oh, maybe it was a FEMA camp. Now I think about it, you know, people, you know, that are going to resist, you know, this new world order or the mark of the beast maybe get thrown in the FEMA camp, and there's a whole bunch of those around in the U.S., a whole bunch of them. So, you know, but it was a lot of people, a lot, and that's very interesting. You know, we got to get our lives together. We have to examine ourselves daily, you know, have that relationship with Jesus Christ, you know. Get saved, stop sinning, stop being lukewarm, stop sitting on the fence. You either all for him or you're not for him at all, you know. You can't keep doing the things of this world and expect it to be okay with the Lord, because it's not, because there's a punishment for every sin, and everything that you do and say is being written down. And we will be held accounted for everything that we said and done. We have to be Christ-like, all right? We have to be Christ-like for you know, the non-believers, you know. We have to be Christ-like and stand upright. So shine your light to those of the night, and find the lost, direct them to the cross. We need to be Christ-like with all our might, and so forsake all and follow the of those accounted worthy. You'll have great treasures in heaven forever. He is God Almighty, provider of all needs. Hidden things you will see if you just seek the holy thought. Save me from the start and our iniquities. Showed us so much mercy. You're a consuming fire. Your great is my Messiah. Enter into thy kingdom. The well done, the good and faithful. Thank you.